Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost. I'm a coach, mentor, strategist, and healer for visionaries, seekers, people who are here who want to transform their life, make the world a better place for all of us, do awesome things, and have an amazingly fulfilling time doing it. I want to talk about manifestation and time pressures because a lot of teachers will tell us, which is it's a good advice, right? Take time out of the equation when you want to manifest. Take the time pressure out. But practically, hello my love, say hi when you come on. Just talking about manifestation and time pressures. The fact that a lot of teachers will talk about take time out of the equation when we've got a desire that we're trying to manifest. We are manifesting. The challenge with that is, right, it's not very practical. Because you don't just want to pay your bills, you want to pay your bills on time, right? You don't just need to make a move. There is often in our life practical time, right, around where things need to fall into place for us. And so here's my advice. I don't think it's possible to completely take time out of the equation for most of our manifestations because we are looking at deadlines, right? We want to do things in certain times, especially economically. But time pressure repels the manifestation. So when we understand that manifesting doesn't rely on time, even though the human mind thinks, well, it took me 3 months to lose weight, so it will take me 3 months again to lose weight in the same way. Actually, with manifestation, it's about alignment with something. When we can get our energy behind something, transformation can be very radical, very fast. We want to look at how we hold our energy, because how we hold our energy is everything, which means that we need to stay very connected to our desire. So I've got a great example because at the moment I'm apartment hunting, yeah? And what happens with situations like this is I have a deadline, a time that I need to make a move by. And I have in my heart the kind of place I'd like to live, yeah? And as I'm exploring that, like, there are different options. Yeah. And the process, which is like this for most of us, it's like we see something we like, maybe it's not quite right. There's a couple of things we do, but it's interesting to watch our behavior because it is an indication of our energetics. And to quantum leap and to align fast, we want to keep our energy very connected to what we want to our desire. So, for example, if you were looking for the apartment, would you be the person who, okay, the first ones you saw wasn't quite right, but you took them, right? Because you're too scared to miss out. The FOMO kicks in, I'm going to take this, not because I haven't got a little bit more time available to me, right? But just because I need to control the situation and the fear of missing out on something is greater than my trust in my desire and things are going to come into play. Yes, so many of us make decisions very fast because we just don't want the discomfort of the unknown. Yeah, all magic happens in the wild unknown. All magic. If you want quantum leaps, if you want miracles, you've got to be willing to play in the wild what I call the wild unknown, the uncertain, the potentiality. So, would you be the kind of person who would just take it because you just want to get it out? You just want to get it done, rather than keep your dream alive, keep your spirit alive. Keep your soul alive. Then you get as deadlines get closer, we drop our energy. So what we want to do is keep clean energy. We want to stay in the feeling of what we want to experience with the thing, knowing and not let the time pressure or our fear of missing out take us out the game. Does that mean that sometimes you might make moves which you might call a kind of sidestep in an interim period, yeah, before you get the final thing? Sure, but then you stay fluid around it. You don't get in tons of disappointment. What we want to do is stay connected to the vision, stay connected to the desire, you see, and not drop out. And be very aware of how quickly we drop out. The apartment process is so interesting because there was a part of me on one of them where I almost took something because it's like, I just want this out of the way. And that's not the place to live the most exhilarating life. So that was just me not being willing to sit with an uncomfortable emotion. Yeah. But luckily, I'm better than that. I've learnt more than that. And so I didn't let that change what I was doing. And now better things are coming my way. So it's like, we do this in relationships. Yeah. If you don't believe you're going to get the partner you want, then you get the fear of missing out. Then you settle. Just in case nothing else comes along. But who wants to be in that relationship where someone is you're the just in case Nothing else better comes along, right? So the key to this is, it's not to think that like in our world, it's irrelevant that we do work on time. Like, that's not it. The thing is to remember that it's not time that determines how quickly something, it's not our preconceived ideas around time. Hi, Cass. I'm just talking about manifestations and magic and all sorts of things and different processes. But, you know, people are teaching sometimes that take time out of the equation when you're manifesting. And I'm saying that's not that practical, right? Because the reality is you need your bills paid on time. I'm looking for an apartment and there is a time I need to get in the new apartment, right? So it's not to take time out of the equation. It's to monitor our emotional regulation around where we drop our energy. Like I was saying, you know, at the beginning of the apartment hunt, I got a bit annoyed, frustrated, human, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to choose this because I wasn't willing to sit with the discomfort of the unknown, right? But all manifestation, magic, miracles requires that. So I looked at what I was doing. I looked at my energy. In order to manifest things, we just align. The money comes in when we're aligned with that amount of money. The thing comes in when we're aligned with that desire, meaning we're in an energetic state of expectation. We're an energetic match to it. It is not that something comes in because it has to take you 5 months to find an apartment. It could take you 5 minutes. It could take you 1 minute. It could take you one click on Facebook, Marketplace, or wherever you're looking. You know, nothing has to take the perceived amount of time we often think it has. Some goals are a little bit difficult to get our energy behind, like if we're losing weight or we've got, you know, big milestones. But again, we often are very not accurate in how quickly those actual things can transform, way quicker than we think. So it's not to pretend that we don't live in a world where time is an important factor of us manifesting. It's to know that if we want to accelerate our alignment with what we're manifesting, we've got to monitor our energy really, really well. Would you be the person that is thinking, I'll just take this because I don't want the discomfort? Where's it coming from? The discomfort of having to wait any longer. Yeah, that's not because you can't wait any longer. That's because you're emotionally feeling a lot of frustration and basically lack of faith that the closer a time deadline comes in, the more you're feeling like you can't have the thing you want because we're giving too much importance to the time. We're saying that, oh, now I've only got 3 days to find it. It's harder now. When I've got 3 months, it's easier. That is so untrue. Yeah. It's instant for a lot of things when we're in alignment, for huge shifts to happen. So, and I was saying again with partners, right, Kat, it's like, you know, who wants to be the partner that someone's settled for because they're scared of missing out and there might be no one better? No one. Who wants to be in the relationship where it's like, my gosh, this person sets my fucking heart on fire, you know? Look at your energy around the things you do in daily life and you'll see your capacity to hold your faith, to hold your vibration in alignment with your desires. We want to strengthen this desire. Not pretend that time isn't a true pressure. It absolutely is, yeah? But by fearing that rather than understanding how it really works, which is about alignment, we actually start repelling things and slowing them down rather than speeding them up. Yeah, this is a vibrational universe that literally plays snap energetically with our vibration. So when we're the energetic match, which means that the complete component that thing can come into our life because our resistance to it is lowered enough and our desire, our love basically, that kind of volume of energy is high enough, the thing can come in very unexpected ways. And this is the fun of it. So many of us, the FOMO stuff's coming up for so many of us, or we're trying to control too much because we want to feel safe and we think feeling safe is control. But the thing is, there's no miracle there. Yeah, you can't be playing it safe in the predictable and available for the fuck me, blow my mind universe, multiple orgasmic shit that you really want. They don't exist in the same place. So we've got to get a little bit more open to the world unknown. Of course, do things that take care of your basic needs. The reason I keep talking about set a foundation in your brand and business that supports you first is so that you can go and play in the magic, yeah? You don't want to do it when your back's up against the wall. That's why I'm so keen on putting these foundations in with people, because when your basic needs are okay, then it's easy to play. You don't want it to feel like a crazy risk the whole time. But how we manage our energy around anything we want will tell you everything about how you're managing your alignment, you know, whatever it is that you might be wanting. What is my energetic response? Yeah, because the minute you drop your energy, the minute you try and control it, so I'm just going to choose this because I can't sit with the discomfort of anything else, with the unknown, they're the bits to heal. If you want to become a more powerful manifester, if you want a quantum leap, if you want to wake up and say, universe, fucking blow my mind today, right? You can trust that in a safe way. It doesn't always have to feel scary. It doesn't always have to feel risky, especially if we get our foundations in place. We get ourselves safe and secure in our life. We put strong foundations in our business. We look after ourselves financially to a level, you know what I mean? So that we're safe fundamentally. Then go for the magic. Go for the thing and watch your energy. When do I get disappointed? The minute my energy goes down and I'm not vibrating at love, basically at the love vibration for what I want, I'm now kind of slowing down the process. So I want to stay in love with my vision. I want to stay in love with my desires. Even though I'd seen a few apartments that were not right, I need to just distract myself from that and go back into the loving feeling of what I would want. I did this in London. I remember when I moved house once, I'd looked at 4 places and they were all boring to me. Like, I love nice living environment. And I had this thing in my heart and it was like shutters on the wall and, you know, like hotel-like kind of bathroom and blah, blah, blah. Everything I saw, if you upped the money, because I had the money to spend, you just got a bigger place that was still bland and more family orientated, like they just put more rooms and stuff in, but it wasn't for my purposes. This place I got in the end was stunning, but it was the same process. I had to manage my energy. I was running out of time. I had sold my house, I needed a place to live. It did work out. There is no guarantee on that apart from we start feeling more powerful when we really master energetics. Because then you can actually feel into using your body how close you are to something. Sometimes we get frustrated there and that's a good thing in some ways, because sometimes when I feel things are coming closer, you can feel your clients coming to you, you can feel the money, then you get in that, it's a different feeling of when you're in lack and where is it? It's like, gosh, it's intense because it's coming in. So the energetics is everything. We want to stay connected to our desires. We do not want to be in relationships with any part of our life where we've settled because we've had to make a move because we are scared of missing out or we think this is the best I'll get. Who wants to be in that relationship with you or anyone else? You don't want to be an energetic match to that. If you have to make a sidestep, a sidestep meaning it's not a compromise, it's just something you're doing to bridge a gap of time while you keep the desire alive for what you want, then do it. That's what I teach people all the time. Don't see that as inferior. It's not a backwards thing. You're still holding the availability for what you want. You're just buying yourself a little bit of time if you need it sometimes, But don't make the move that denies your desire. That's kind of what I'm saying. Thank you, Cass, for joining me. Go and manifest some quantum fucking leaps. Play in the magic. Get your basic shit in order so your security and safety is done. Then rewire your mind so the universe can blow your mind and bring you some beautiful things in this lifetime. So lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.